Welcome to another Flosstube episode here at I Stitch Birds YouTube channel. My name is Laura, or you're welcome to say Laura. Laura is the Finnish pronunciation of that name, so I do try and say it that way. Even though if it doesn't really matter, then like here I say Laura because I live in Australia, so that's hello from Australia. That's where I am. So if I go to an appointment or something, I always say Laura because why make it too difficult? Doesn't have to be that difficult. I'm not that precious about the name. So I don't know if I really have that much to say to start this video. Other than I just finished watching all my little videos for this one, and the theme of the fortnight is definitely me being tired. I don't know how many times I say it, but if you were to do a new start every time I say about how tired I'm feeling, you could easily double yours, I think. That's what I think. Yeah, my sleep has not been great. I really have been tired. The whole June has just been anxiety and tiredness. And finishes, stitchy finishes. Who would have thought? I really didn't expect it. So in my last video, I had 3 finishes. Okay, you only saw 2 because the third one I can't show until August. And this time I have 2 more finishes. So exciting. Oh my gosh, 2 more finishes. I am totally thrilled. Totally thrilled. And of course, just been working on the other ones. Like I had the Uno challenge going. So I guess that's what I'm showing a lot this time. I have absolutely no haul to show. I did get a piece of fabric and some threads, but I mean, who wants to just see some plain DMCs there? You don't need to see that. I haven't bought a single pattern. I barely looked at patterns, so I don't even have anything to show like from VK. I have nothing, like nothing. It's all about just stitching this time. And yes, me being tired. Like already now, you could have gotten what, 3 or 4 new stuff. We were going with that. Yeah, gosh, I loved it. I love this fabric. Isn't this just the cutest fabric? Makes me happy when I see myself wearing this. Oh, it's so cute. I love wearing this one. Okay. So was there anything else? So just making sure you are ready for Tour de France, aren't you? Make sure you are. I'm sure that you can find the length of and the days of the stages if you just Google them. Happy to send you a picture of my list if you need it. What is my list? I mean, I like having them just as a list like that because it's easy to read, and like in the Giro there I was marking them off with a heart every time I did a day. So if you want a picture of that, happy to send it to you. Just let me know. So what else? What else? I don't know. There just doesn't seem need. There isn't the need for this nonsense that I sometimes just give you here before the videos. I think sometimes I just don't want to. I don't know. I don't want you to go away. I don't want you to go away. I want you to just stay here with me. Okay, I'll let you watch. I'll let you watch. I'll see you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll see you after 6 videos for a tiny bit. Then we are back onto the little videos. And I'll see you at the end then. Okay. So, it is Sunday, 15th of June, 3:15 a.m. I can't sleep. I just can't sleep. I fell asleep for like maybe an hour and then woke up and no sleep. I couldn't even stitch last night because I got my previous Flosstube video uploaded, and it's always like I feel so tired after that. They were struggling to get anything done, and then felt so cold and just wanted to go to bed. But no, I am not having any luck with sleep tonight. Now it's like it's just too much on my mind, and yep, just not happening. So let's get stitching. I mean, why not? This, of course, is wait, come on, is Gondor by Dimensions. Nice old kit. Of course, it has since been reprinted, redone, so you can definitely still get this one. It is an absolutely beautiful kit. I really do love this image a lot. I think I fell in love with the cat and the flowers. Oh no. So, my hope at the moment is to finish this by the time this Flosstube comes out. This Flosstube episode comes out. I am now at... Okay, let's go have a look at the numbers. Where are the numbers? I am at 86.1%. And, like, number-wise, you know, it's 3,222 stitches, which includes back stitching, only like 4 half stitches, and about 2,000 cross stitches. It does not sound like a lot, does it? But I feel like there's still tons left to stitch. So much white there, you know, showing through. Of course, some of this white has actually been stitched, so I mean, those don't need to be done again. But like these areas here, they still don't really look like anything. And of course, this nightmare, this jungle bit up here that I'm not looking forward to at all, because it has like hundreds of this little bit darker green. I think it's like that green there, darker green, but the stitches are like all over the place. So I find it very overwhelming because I don't quite know where to start. And yeah, so so I can still get 3 lots of 1,000 for the focus, because this is my focused piece for a challenge at 17 stitches, the June focus piece. So whenever I get 1,000 stitches done, I need to take a picture, post it in the group for like a prize draw or whatever. I don't really care about that one. I'm sure I won't win anything. It's just more for me, just to keep the enthusiasm up. So I think I'm just going to get stitching this. So I had counted that if I do 225 stitches a day, I can get it finished by the end of this month. So that is my minimum daily goal. And I mean, yesterday I only did 84, but that's because the previous day I did 548. So I knew that it didn't matter so much, and I wanted to make the video yesterday instead. So today definitely need to get my 225 done, and that should be fine. I am going to concentrate now on finishing this area here, which is almost completely, I think, this sort of lighter purple color, so that shouldn't be too bad. And then move maybe to this area, because I'd love to have this flower pot finished. And then of course need to finish this, and I'm gonna leave this nightmare last, unless I just feel like I have to do some of it. Maybe I'll grab one strand of the green and like do one strand so that some of it is done. But we'll see. Anyway, so here I go. I've got some YouTube crime videos waiting to be watched or listened to while I do some stitching, and hopefully I can sleep at some point. I haven't had this bad of a sleeping problem for a while. I'm not quite sure what happened tonight, but I guess it just sometimes happens. It'll sort itself out. Mr. Possum is back. So today's Uno challenge, is this the first one I'm filming for this Flosstube? Yes it is, because I did Flosstube yesterday. So if you happen to be new here, this month I'm doing a challenge at the Semi-Sane Stitches. It's a Facebook group, like a challenge group. And I'm doing an Uno challenge, where every day they spin a wheel, you get a card, either a number card from 1 to 4, or Uno, or reverse, or skip, or today it was wild card. So I was able to decide which one of the 4 whips I wanted to work on, and needed to add 200 stitches. So I thought, why not work on the possum so I can get those leaves done finally. And there you go. The leaves are backstitched and fully stitched now. So just need to finish the flower, and then I can move the Q-snap, or move the fabric in the Q-snap. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like saying it one way, sometimes the other. So I'm really happy about that. Oh my gosh, so excited. Be so great to start working on the rest of Mr. Possum. This project is now at 58.56%. Oh, so wonderful. But now I need to do a new start. I am so late. Like today I've been just so behind all day because I slept so badly. So, oh my gosh. Well, I'll come back soon. Well, no, I might as well film now. Because, okay, let me just put this away. Because today is the day that we are doing a little startathon from this book, Les Oiseaux by Hélène Lebert. Beautiful patterns in this book, and I have decided to go with this one. That's the one I'm going to start, and I figured that this is probably, well, okay, it might not be, but I'm gonna go with this fabric, which is the ice blue Belfast 32 count Belfast linen by Zweigard. Has that the orange thing at the end. So I figured probably about the same. I just need to find the right spot, and I'm wondering whether to do a live stream to start it, but I'm a little bit nervous to stitch. Oh yeah, it's linen, not, I thought it was even, of course it's linen. Bit nervous to stitch on this while on camera. I've usually done the live streams stitching on Ada, because then I can see those better when I'm trying to reach from behind the camera. Whatnot, but I'm gonna count now to find the right spot, get the fabric on a Q-snap, and then think about it. If I don't do live stream, I'm just gonna then show where I get to with the start, and Love these flowers. They're so pretty. Look like forget-me-nots or something. I mean, could be something else, but that's sort of the shape at least. And the swallows are so lovely. Okay, anyway, that's it for now. Need to get started. 7:30 already. Now on Sunday, 15th of June. Okay, so Monday, June 16th, 2 p.m. And yesterday, well, last night, I did end up doing a live stream and started my bird project. I have a very small start, but it is the first flower on the left of the pattern, so I was really glad to get started. I found it very, very stressful to start a new project on live stream. I think because, oh dear, sorry. I think because starting a new project, I always find a little bit stressful because don't know quite where you're starting, and it's like there's no flow to it yet, and so many things to think about. And of course, this one, it was like color changes all the time, so that was not a great decision for a live stream. But I guess I'll learn, right? Every time I learn more what works best. And I feel like I don't know, I felt a little bit all over the place. It wasn't my best live stream, I reckon. Gosh, I'm always so scared that I make an utter mess of all of these things and nobody will ever want to watch them again. But yeah, I mean, I just need to remind myself that all I'm doing is just sharing what stitching I'm doing. That's all it is. That there's no need to put anything else or worry about it. Like the people who are watching, you know, they're enjoying seeing all these things and listening to my never-ending chatter here. And the ones who don't, then they go to watch other Flosstubes. So, and there's plenty of choice, something for everyone, that's for sure, which is great. But yep, anyway, wanted to show you this. I am actually really looking forward to working on this more. If I hadn't been on the live stream, I would have stitched more of it. But I figured it was best to just change a bit of Ada. And yeah, that was a lot less stressful. So let's move on to the next thing. Look at this guy. Wow. So after putting away the bird start, I then finished the flower up here, even did a bit of back stitching and everything. So this is now, okay, there's some back stitching missing here, but above the branch, it is completely done otherwise. As you can see, there's the flowers are not finished there, but I think other than that, even the branch is finished. There's a couple of stitches missing there, so I don't know if they are meant to be, or do they still need some color there. There's always cat hair. Every project, cat hair. But I think the possum is looking so great. When I decided to do the pre-22 whip sort of focused year, you know, like I did not even have the whole branch done then, and my plan was to finish the branch first, then the flowers and the leaves, then do the possum last. And now there's so much done that it does feel really good, because every now and then I feel like I'm getting nowhere with these whips. So this feels really good. Now there's the massive tail to do down here. I'm sure there's more flowers as well and leaves. I can't remember exactly what it looks like. So haven't gotten the today's Uno call yet. So if this one gets called, I think I will maybe do some of the backstitching where it's missing, like the leaf and the branch and whatnot, and then start working on the flowers here, get those finished. But yeah, really, really nice to see it like this, and it was nice to take it off the Q-snap and have a look. So this morning I've been working on the garden door, of course. Yes, my sleep is still all over the place, so I did my 250 this morning and I just did some more stitching. So I finished this area. And when I say finished, I mean there's still backstitching all over the place. So I'm more talking about cross and half stitches. By the way, I've done all the half stitches there are in this project now. And I just finished this area here as well. That made me so happy. I decided to move the project like on the Q-snap because this area was so close to the edge and made stitching difficult, so now it's been a lot easier. So I guess this area is next. It's just a lot of greenery. I think that's why I was wanting to do that one first. I ended up also redoing these green stitches here. They were looking pretty awful, and to tell you the truth, they don't look much better now. But I still feel a little bit better about them, so here's a little snapshot of this one. Gosh, it definitely still needs a lot of back stitching. I think I need to go up all the way here and whatnot. But at the moment I want the cross stitches done. I am so keen to get them done because then back stitching is like, that is the easy part. But yeah, it's 2:15, so today's Uno call should be there by now. So I'm gonna check that out. Maybe have a shower and then get back to stitching. And I'm most definitely making a pear crumble today because I am so keen for some pear crumble. Yum, yum, yum. And the pears are looking like they're in the shape where they really, really need to be used as well. Poor things always have to wait so long. Oh, and I forgot to say that the garden door is now at 89%. How exciting is that? So today's Uno call came. It is whip 3 today, which for me is sweeping planes. Oh my gosh, there's so much still to do on this one. It's unbelievable. Wow. Yeah. I'm a bit bummed that this feels like a struggle, but I think, I mean, I know it's some of the colors are a bit sort of not very exciting. But I guess the other thing is just that it really is a constant changes because, and the colors are going like horizontally and I stitch more vertically. So it ends up being a little bit of a struggle. But it's only 100 stitches today, so I can certainly do that. And yeah, I can try fill up the fence post. Start doing that, and these 2 bits here. That's the goal of today. Just stitch as much as I can of that lot. I'm so happy that there's some of this back stitching because it really does look more alive always after doing some back stitching. Okay, better find the next color that is needed and get on with it. I'll be back for sure to show where I get to. I'll show you this as well, my saga file for this one, so you can see. As always, the pink areas are the ones that I have already stitched. So there is still quite a bit left to do. Wow. Oh, there we go. Can see it much better now. Oh, there's a little half a chicken that has been stitched, just the backside waiting to be done. And oh, another one still there to do as well. So awful lot of browns and browny greens and golden browns and just lots of browns. And then that bright blue sky, because that is very bright, that blue. But it will be so wonderful, because I do like the image though. Very, very nice picture. Okay, time to stitch. Oh, it's the rosy face stitcher here again. Or the red face stitcher. No, rosy cheeked stitcher. Yeah. Okay. It is 17th of June. It's a Tuesday night, 9:20 in the evening. I'm stressed. I need to chat. Do you have time? Do you have time to chat with me? Thank you very much, because I really needed it. I'm so glad you're so available for chatting. So, I felt a bit stressed today. No, stressed. Maybe not stressed. I felt actually a bit tired, not stressed. I got my garden door stitches done this morning. But because I have worked on it so much, like yesterday I did like over 700 stitches on it. Which is just crazy, because I don't really do that many stitches a day. For me, like 500 is sort of nice. Because I stress too much, I get too anxious about what I'm doing and whatnot, so I would have time to stitch more, but my head doesn't let me. You know how it is. You've watched me long enough now. So I decided that tonight, because my lovely friend Amy, hi Amy, she was sorting her floss yesterday. Took a night to do that. I was thinking, I think it's about time I start sorting my stuff, because every now and then you hear me complain about how it is an absolute mess here in my stitchy corner. I have never been able to be very organized like in my whole life. I've always had a lot of things. I wouldn't say that they're in like a hoarding sort of way. I am just, because like I'm happy to get rid of stuff. I love getting rid of stuff. But I am not good at all at organizing things. I just find it somehow extremely difficult to organize. Every now and then I get like a great idea for how to organize something, and that then usually like that's like if I get like a shelf organized in that way, then it stays like that. It stays well organized, because there has been that great idea that I managed to get. But for most things that I have, I do not have it. I really, really do struggle a lot. So stuff ends up a bit everywhere. And that is not great for my mental health, because I'm already scattered and struggle to get things straight in my head. So I thought that maybe tonight I'll take the night off, like from actual stitching. Oh my god. Tonight, like, the hoodie is starting to feel a bit too hot. And okay, so I went for the pile that was closest to me. And the first thing there was you've seen it before. This kit. You remember it. I bought it. But I thought it was going to be alright this time. But I bought it when my father passed away. And I really would like to stitch it. The problem has been that I'm finding the fabric, getting a fabric for it just about impossible. I thought that I found one that I liked, but I then wasn't happy with it after all. So I'm gonna tell you the whole story. So the kit did come with fabric, which is the Zweigart Misty Blue. It is not at all like in the cover picture. So this is yet another one of those things where the cover picture is not what the kit is, like what is provided, the threads and because this is the fabric that came with it. It's nowhere near the same color. Remember I started stitching it a little bit. I think it was, yeah, at the top of the pot. So even the colors to stitch with actually are very bit different. Like here it's sort of very orangey, but in reality they're more sort of like brownish. I know the darker color looks sort of similar, but it in this picture is quite orangey and here it's more brown. So it was just not right at all. It made me so sad. Because I wanted the hedgehog to be in the winter scene. I mean, it does have snowflakes and everything, and snowy sort of bits, but that fabric, nowhere near. But trying to think of a fabric, like I could try and find that fabric, but the problem is that these threads are not the color they are here. So even if I get this color fabric, it's not going to look the same because the thread don't match the picture. So it's like, what do you do? You know, I don't want to pick every color from scratch. So it's like I have to try and figure out a fabric that I'll be okay with and that it's not going to look like that. But I would like it to look a bit wintry and a bit gloomy. that is the goal. So I had a look at some fabrics today. I had a few options. And probably doesn't quite show, but this is what I call a little bit dirty grey. And the threads actually look really good against it. And looks like the white will stand out as well. So I may go with this. But I think what I have to do is that I might get a saga file of this pattern, because then I can see the mock-up and that'll show me the proper colors, and then I can get a better idea of how it will look on the fabric. Because oh my gosh, it's just so stressful. I really badly want to stitch this, but I just can't believe how stressful it is trying to pick the fabric. But of course there's a lot of importance in this, so that's been a bit stressful. So then I picked like a magazine folder thing that I have on the floor. I thought, okay, I'm gonna start from there. I found a random dimensions thing, which is probably for the, which one is it? The long one with the farm and the winter scene and the couple of sheep there in the front. you know, the one I started, and then because it was an 18 count, I just lost my marbles with it. I just wasn't having any happiness with it. Is this something fun? It's been a while. Anyway, found the threads for that. So I noticed that holder had quite a few things that I'm wanting to restart. Then I was like, how do I get myself organized so that everything that are needing to be restarted are in one place, and you know, these are in one place, and you know, all that, because my whips are well organized. My kits are organized because they are in their boxes, so that's pretty good. Everything else feels a lot like a mess. So, if you remember, I have sometimes thought that, or talked about, wanting to start stitching sort of like in categories, so that in each of the categories that I pick, I would have like one whip that I'm always working on from that category, possibly two, because sometimes like one category would be like RTO kits. I would happily have two on the go because they're all quite different, so I would be fine with that. So that anyway, that I would have less whips on the go at the same time. Because I think I need that. I mean, the number of kits, like whips at the moment, it's not making me panic or anything. That it's fine. But I would like it to be somehow clearer in my brain. And I've noticed lately that when I'm stitching, I'm often thinking about it, like about the categories. And I suppose like the Etsy stitching, that has to be really fun, because that is like the one category that I have been working on, that whenever I finish that Etsy project, then Mr. Ostrich Birds gets to pick another one from the box. And then I work on that, finish that, then start a next one. So I have found that a lot of fun. So not all the whips will be covered by the different categories. And I don't want it to be that way. I just want it clearer with some of them. I guess the ones that have a lot of whips in those categories. Like not every kid brand will be its own category, because I don't have that many from certain ones. So dimensions will be its own category. As well. Okay. Gosh, I'm all over the place again. So let's have a little look at what I've come up with so far. I thought I'm not going to force this. Like, I'm not going to just think of what categories I want to have. I want it to happen sort of organically. Like, it just, what comes just feels good. It can also, okay, let's do it. So the first thing that I wrote was the current Etsy whips. So these are actually ones that I've started before I did the Etsy box where we pick from all the time. So I would like to, bit by bit, get all of these done and like not replace them with anything when I finish one. I have things like Scandi Forest, which was the one on navy fabric that had like 3 colors. There was like a bunny and flowers and all sorts of things. Oh god, so difficult to work on that one. The Floral Lamb, the one with the specialty stitches. Plant a Garden, the... Oh my gosh, this is so full of stuff. Please send an organizer. Please someone hire a person for me. Plant a garden that I have bought from Etsy. Then I have a few of the Moomin ones, the Knitting Moomin, Walk Under the Stars, Moomin and the Sea. And this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 of the Etsy ones, plus the I've written the current pick from the box. So that will be another one to add. And I think most of these Etsy purchase ones, like the current whips, they are also in that box because the pick before the last one, Paul actually picked one of these current whips, which was the Knitting Moomin, because my plan had been that when one of those gets picked, I just keep then working on that. So the little by little, you know, get them done. But I was just too keen for a brand new start, so ended up just going for a brand new start. But I'm going to mark that here and have that as a like a special focus thing. Not that I have to work on it all the time, but maybe have it in mind that if I want to pick one of these, that's the one I would like to finish first. Who knows, might end up finishing it last. Who knows? But at the moment, that's what feels good to me. So it was 12 whips. So I mean, if I got all of these finished, whittle them down to the only the one, I mean, how good would that be? That would be pretty sweet. Yes. And you know that it's worked for me when I have like a more contained list of things to work on. So I really do like this. So then the second category. I don't know if you remember me showing you, but at one point I just gathered all my paper patterns into this giant folder, which is so floppy it just goes all over the place. So it just sits there next to me in like a trolley. But I never pick anything from there because it's just hard to remember to do that. The same with the Etsy ones, because you just don't sort of see them all the time. Easy to pick like a pattern that I have on Saga or a kit. So I wrote another list for stuff that for the whips that are from that folder. They were pretty much the last ones that I started for the 50 before 50. So like the winter quail and scissor sampler and henpeck, you know, all of those things, they come from that. So my plan with that is I have 8 of them. So I'm going to finish 4 and then pick one from the folder. And then finish another 4, pick another one, then finish 2, and then I'm down to always replacing whatever I finish with a pick from the folder. And I am also going to write on little pieces of paper all the projects all the patterns that I have in that folder, so I can do the same thing as with the Etsy. God, it will take a while before I get to pick the first one. Yeah, 4 finishes. I just need to just get into it. And yeah, then the other 2 that I did were the dimensions and the RTO. So I have 11 dimensions whips at the moment and 8 RTO ones. Oh my gosh, there's so much to see. But it'll be so great if I get down to anything. And it doesn't mean that, you know, I'm not gonna just sometimes do a start if I just really feel like it, but that's fine, you know, it's gonna happen. This is just bigger strokes somehow, you know. So I was thinking then that another category would be things to restart. Because I want those to be in one place and I don't want to start them all now. But I'd like to get them going one by one though. So I reckon I need to gather them in one place, write a list of those, and either just always pick one that I just feel like restarting at that time, or write them on pieces of paper as well and do a draw. I like the random draws. I think they're pretty fun because I'm wanting to start like these things anyway. So random draws have been really fun for the Etsy, because otherwise I probably would pick something different. So that's been good. So that's where I've gone so far. So it's not surprising I'm feeling quite overwhelmed tonight. Always happens when I do this, but I keep trying to tell myself that this is the, what do they say? Like, if you're not uncomfortable, you're not growing, kind of thing. That this is just what I have to go through and deal with the anxiety to get to that place where my head is clearer. And I think stitching will be even more fun, because I already know that this sort of stuff works for me. Yeah, so I don't know. I think one category that I'd like to have is chicken. Because, you know, I have a lot of chicken pens and kits and whatnot. I think it will be so fun to always work on something chicken. I'm not going to write those on pieces of paper or anything. I think whatever chicken I would always start would be fine. But I was wondering though, like, what do I do if I have a project that would fit into categories? Like, I do have a chicken in the Dimensions webs and in RTO. But I think that those categories are their own world. That's fine. Then the chicken category would cover anything that isn't in these other categories. Yeah, whatever fits nicely in my head, I think that's how it has to go. So it doesn't really matter. It doesn't have to be, you know, hard and fast rules. It's whatever makes it work. Yeah, so chicken. And then I have a series of patterns by Jana Diek. They are like birds on like fence, and there's usually some sort of, would it be easier if I showed you? I think that would be much easier. Let me see. There's birds that they sit on the fence, on a fence, and there's always some sort of greenery. So where are they? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. So the two middle rows there. Okay, not all of them, not these last two here. But those ones, like, I would love to have them as a category as well. I have 10 of them, and I think there were 3 others. Like, she did another series. It's just very similar. It just doesn't have the fence, but there's birds and greenery, I think, the berries. So it would be really nice to work on those as well, so that I always have one on the go. Because I would have 13 of them, so when am I going to get all of these stitched? Like, it's absolute madness. How do I get to be a bit younger so I have more time to stitch this? Or I need to just become more efficient at stitching. Yeah, I don't know. And I suppose there'll also be like just smaller categories, you know, like, I don't know if you remember the moths that I'm working on. Where's the moth? There we go. Which is that one. Because in this series there's another one, and then there was another series that had 2 very similar ones. So with these ones, I would also like to just like finish one, then start another one, start another one. So sort of smaller categories, but I don't know if they count or they're just little categories. I don't know. So what do you think? I think it's a great idea. Of course I do. The main thing is for me just to not overdo it. Not overdo it and find a way that is comfortable and works for me. So I will start with the ones I have now and start working on those. And see where I get to. I must say I'm pretty keen to get a chicken category going though. It's very, very exciting. So I reckon most things that I stitch will probably then not be in categories because they just don't fit in them. Or I will go totally crazy and I will be like super organized with all these categories and everything will be just fantastic. Never know. Never know. Okay, I think that's it for tonight. Thank you. Thank you again for having a chat. Makes it easier to get to talk about this. Of course, I did already talk about it with Paul. It's not a stitch. But still, he was able to listen and give his opinion and whatnot. And I thought he thought it was a good idea as well, so. I feel a bit calmer now. That's really good. It's really good, and I'm really excited about this as well. Ooh, I was just thinking another category could be that the Russian artist who I like, whose patterns I keep collecting. It would be so nice to work on one of those as well. But I think one thing is at the moment, I don't want to start new categories yet that don't have anything already existing, because at the moment I want my whip numbers down. So that needs okay, that is clear. That needs to be a thing for the categories, because I certainly don't need more like new starts. If I just manage to finish lots, then I can start some of these categories. Okay, when I next look at my whip list, I'll have a look what I have with chickens. Even though I'm not sure that I have anything that isn't already in those categories. But let's have a look. You never know. Very excited to find out. Oh, I do actually. Hands-on design. I have that chicken whip. So maybe there's something else as well. Okay, I feel so tired after all that talking. But I have some pear crumble here and a cup of tea. I'm going to enjoy those. Thank you very much for the chat. So, there we go. Awful lot of talking about categories. Which, now that I watched myself talk about it again, I'm like, yeah, I still really like that idea. Maybe even more. But I wanted to ask, does anything come to your mind when it comes to me working on categories, like any specific categories that you think I should have? I will not have one that is just birds, because birds are going to be just in so many different categories that I don't want to, you know, I don't specifically start bird patterns, so there's not going to be just birds. I was thinking maybe winter scenes. I think that could be one. Just thinking of all the ones that I have. I mean, I have so many winter ones. And yeah, like I mentioned sort of towards the end, like maybe there would be more like designer ones, because yeah, there are a few of the Russian designers that I have a lot of patterns from that I think those would be good. Anyway, if something comes to your mind, because I mean, you've been watching me stitch for like a couple of years now, yeah, let me know. Leave it in the comments. So, good morning. It's the following morning, 18th of June. It's 10 to 8. Been awake from like since 4:30. Didn't even go to bed until after midnight. Just a rough morning. It makes sense to me why I'm so stuck in life. Like this morning, it all makes a lot of sense why I'm so stuck in life. Because like trying to organize stuff, it stirs up a lot. It's been really hard. Like I get it why I avoid all of these things and just stay still and stay stuck, because it is true that the uncomfortable feelings are just they're difficult to deal with. Nobody likes dealing with them. And I think the more you hide from it, the harder it gets as well, which is where I am. Like I've been organizing some more of the stitchy stuff this morning. Gosh, I'm looking all wrong this morning. But yeah, it's like a lot of feelings come up, you know, because I feel like there's a lot of pens that I haven't stitched, and some that I somehow failed at stitching because they're going to the restart pile, even though it's not a failure. You know, the fabric might not have been right or something, but in my mind it's like there's like that voice saying you're so I'm stupid. And just can't do anything. So this morning I've tried to be brave for once and just keep going despite those voices. And tell you what, it's been really good to actually get something done. No, like I have a trolley sort of kind of thing next to me, and it's at all times an absolute mess. It has like 3 sort of baskets, and the bottom one I've been keeping project bags in there, and they've been all over the place. Oh my gosh. So this morning I put them, I grabbed the 2 biggest project bags and just put all the project bags I had emptied inside those ones. And oh my gosh, that bottom part looks so nice now. I'm like, wow, is that all I needed to do? It's just like, you know, this just silly stuff sometimes. And yeah, I've been putting more paper patterns that I've come across into the folder, and oh my gosh, that's been so uncomfortable, like every time, because I don't have a lot of space, and you know, trying to deal with that. And even though there's nothing dangerous or anything, but it's so clear the struggle I really do have with feeling uncomfortable. It's so weird. Because once again, though, I managed. It's not like I can't manage it. But my brain keeps telling me I can't manage it. Wow. Morning of revelations, isn't it? But I like to share this stuff because I know that many of you struggle with anxiety as well. And, you know, it's sort of a bit different for each of us, but there might sometimes be something that helps. Or maybe it's just the thing that there's somebody else who's struggling as well. I think sometimes these things just feel so silly. It's like, why do I struggle? So damn old already. It's like I should have learned all this. But when you constantly avoid it, you know, there isn't the space for learning it. I think I just need to keep going with this, don't I? I have an awful lot to organize. Oh my gosh, so many things. You know, another thing I was so enjoying this morning, chucking out stuff. Some patterns that I'm not going to stitch and whatnot. I know I could try and sell them or try and donate them or whatever. But I think sometimes all you need to do is just chuck them out. That's just, sometimes that is just the best thing to do. Because otherwise they'll still be here. And I have to then find a place for them and actually get organized enough to try and sell something or whatever. No, that was not happening. And don't worry, you haven't missed out on any special ones. They weren't awesome or anything. Okay, I need to learn from this. I can do things. I can do things. Okay, I'll leave you with that. I'll keep going. I'll have breakfast and then think about what to do next. Oh my gosh, so today's call was Uno. I so did not feel like doing that tonight. Really just didn't feel like stitching because my head is still a bit of a mess. But I figured that I'm just gonna get going and get as far as I can today with the 4 whips. Because Uno was doing 100 stitches on all 4 whips. And yeah, I thought that I'll do as many as I can and continue tomorrow. Because I always have until 2 p.m. to finish the challenge. But I did manage to do 100 on all 4. So the first one was Mr. Psome. So I just worked a bit more on the tail, which is actually quite fun, oddly enough. I think because I'm getting so close to the bottom here that it just feels really nice to work on it, even with the little bit brownish greys that are not my favorite. I think it's also nice to just be in a different area altogether. Okay, so after that, let me just put that away. After that was, oh yes, plant a garden. Oh dear. Should stack things a bit better. Okay, all good now. Let me just put that bit out of the way. So I just finished the reds inside there and the swirl and, oh, actually didn't finish the reds, I finished yellows that were inside and then did some yellow there, some greens and some of the light blue. Really nice to make some progress with this. It's very slow, but it's just fine. Like I'm quite enjoying that. Okay. And that one goes away. Goes away there. Okay. Next one was sweeping planes, which just hit the floor. Here it is. Oh my gosh, that's looking good. Did some of the greens here in the bottom. Can't remember which ones. And I think then I backstitched the sunflower. Woohoo! And came down here. And then had a few stitches left. So I just did the very top. Backstitched that one. Yeah, looking really, really good. It might not be my favorite to work on at the moment, but yeah, I really do appreciate it looking nice. And the last was of course Mr. Rooster. Come on down. And this one is looking so good as well. I went with this color here and just completed the whole color. It was like 90 something stitches. So that was great. And then I started doing sort of light purple color up there to do like whatever was under 10 stitches. But that looks great. I still really want this one to get called more. Well, at the end, it doesn't really matter which one gets called. They're getting progress, but I would so love to get this to finish. It won't get finished during this challenge, I mean, that's for sure. But I am already excited about how much better it looks. And how much of the full coverage there is already. That is very exciting. Yeah, so that was stitching today. Didn't work on the garden door today. I just needed a day off. So that was fine because I've been working on it some extra every day, so day off was perfectly fine. So today on 19th of June, whip number 2 finally got called. It hasn't gone called even once this whole month, other than, of course, it's been part of when there's been a Una call, because then you work on each of the whips that day. So finally today it got its own call. So I did the 100 stitches. Added some of the greens to finish some of those leaves and finishing these leaves. And what did I do then? Added some more blue and some more yellow. And then it was already done. So this part of the pattern that I have on the paper at the moment, it's sort of like this area. So I need to finish this yellow bit here, and then add the blue and add back stitching. Then that part is done and I will be able to move on to the next page of the pattern. So this is actually all the stitching I did today. Like it's like quarter past 11 p.m. Been a very, very stressful day for me today. So second day in a row that I haven't worked on garden door, which is not great. But I counted that still to get to the finish by the end of the month, it's now 175 stitches a day. So that's gone down like 50 stitches per day. So it's still more than doable. Just need to get back to it. Just a second. Again, messing with the wave. So here it still is, the jungle. I mean, I've been sort of slowly trying to start working on the dark green. But yeah, it's just so all over the place. I really have struggled with it, and with my head not being in the right place has made it even more difficult. I have 942 cross stitches left, which is this area because that's the only area that needs stitching now. And then it's off to the rest of the back stitching and those lazy daisies. So tonight I already went to bed, but I just can't shake the anxiety tonight. So I'm up. Lovely Mr. I-Stitch Birds make me a cup of tea. So I got my stitching, I got a cup of tea. I'm under my quilt with the Moomin cover, of course. And I am going to just sit up, put something nice on the iPad, whether it's a podcast or something on YouTube or who knows what. But I'm going to watch or listen to something, do some stitching, and when I'm like really good and tired, I know I'm going to fall asleep straight away when I go to bed. Then it's bedtime. Yeah, that sounds like a really good plan for tonight. It feels nice and cozy here. I'm really glad I did get up and just didn't just stay in bed and turn and turn and turn and turn and keep worrying. So let's see what happens. Any stitching would be great. I think 100 stitches would be like a good goal, and then we'll see what else comes. But I don't know, anything, 10 stitches, even that's great. I'll be happy with anything. Oh, all of a sudden I've added almost 100 stitches and I'm still going well. So I'm feeling nice and calm. So I'm just going to keep on stitching. But I forgot to point out that I changed my needle minder for this job, this project. Feeling optimistic. I figured that when the project is getting closer to a finish, I should always put this one on. It'll be like a celebration then when I actually get to it. Well, it just makes me giggle a little bit. Giggling is good. Well, it's the next morning, almost 9 o'clock on a Friday. And sitting up last night was really worth it. I got all of the dark green done, and then a bit of a lighter green as well in some of the bits here. I did altogether, 442 stitches. Oh my god, I can't believe it. So struggling, and then all of a sudden it just got easier, and stitching was actually really fun. It looks so much more done now. Like, I'm just looking at it, I'm like, yeah, that doesn't look impossible anymore. So as far as cross stitches, I now have 500 of them left, and then a big load of back stitching. So I think today I'm just gonna stitch away a little bit and see what I get done. Again, not gonna stress about it. I mean, I got a fair bit done last night, so it's looking good. I feel like it's gone past now the bit where the bottleneck bit, and now I feel like it's just gonna be like in a good way downhill all the way, like not as much effort. Yeah, that really feels good. I'm gonna have a better day today. I've decided it's going to be a better day today. I have some bananas to use up as well, so is it time for another batch of banana pancakes? I think it might be. So, let's see what the day brings. But for now, it's going to bring me some green stitches. Let me see, number 31. Which one is 31? So it is this one. I'm going to just do some stitches with that, and I think number 30 is another color that still needs stitching. I think I only have 4 colors left, so that's pretty exciting too. Okay, I just want to keep you here with me. I don't think you want to stare at this for too long, so okay, I'm gonna go. I'll show you when I'm done later. All right, today's Uno challenge has again been done, which always feels so good once I get my stitches done for it. What was today's call? Wait. It was like pick 2 or draw 2. I can't remember. Something like that. I needed to anyway pick 2 of my 4 whips and put 100 stitches on each one. So I first worked on number 4, the rooster. So I decided to move it on the key snap and been adding these stitches here, which is great. So nice to start now moving from left to right here at the bottom as well. Gosh, looking good. And the other one I worked on is of course the possum, because I like making progress on that. So I just worked more on the tail. Did even a little bit of the half stitching. So the only half stitches here are the same, or they're all the same color. So had a end of the thread left, so I decided to add a little bit there, but I'm just sort of slowly doing the grays for the tip of the tail. I mean, the tail is absolutely huge, but it will be nice to get any part of it done. I think when I get fed up stitching all the grays, then I'm going to move the fabric and go stitch leaves and flowers on the left side. But yeah, really chuffed that that's done, and I think it's probably time to grab the garden door. Did I already film the garden door today or not? Far out, I can't remember anything. Yes, I did, because I said that I did a lot of stitches last night. Actually ended up adding another 100 and some this morning. So wow, the white areas are getting smaller and smaller. Oh my gosh, that is so exciting. I might even grab something to start filling up this left. I'll see what colors I have left and what to pick, but I'm just going to work on this and keep watching more YouTube videos. Seem to be watching Law and Crime Network videos at the moment. Well, whatever amuses me and keeps me stitching, I'm all for that. So, what day is it today? It is Saturday, the 21st of June. I have finished all the cross stitches. I have finished all the back stitching. And now the nightmare. The damn lazy daisies. Oh my god. This is just horrible. Absolutely horrible. I'm not enjoying myself at all. Look how many I need to make. Oh, oh my god, even looking at that is the absolute nightmare. So I've started there, made my way here. Every stitch is so difficult, like they look awful, and then they're all loose, and oh, this is so not fun at all. Oh boy. I put the project on the big frame that I have so that I could do the back stitching, and now I put it back on this one so that it's easy to access this flower pot. But oh my gosh, wow. I guess all I can do is just slowly keep making these. It's gonna take a long time because there's a lot of those damn loops. Wow. I even watched a video on YouTube on how to make lazy daisies, and yeah, it's not fun. But maybe I'll just have more experience once I get these done. So far they are not really looking any prettier than the previous. I wish that I only needed to make them with one strand, because that will make it a lot easier. But 2 strands, that is not fun. Okay, I just needed to just whinge, because one just whinges, it just makes things better. But I am going to continue with this light purple, because sort of this side daisy daisies are light purple, and then on this side they'll be white. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll keep trying. I'll be back. Oh my gosh. But how cool is that? That table though. I mean, that's looking pretty good. Wow, look at that, so decorative. Okay, I'll get back to it. And now there are no lazy daisies because I had started doing them in the wrong spot. Wow, this is just getting better. I have to start all over again. Oh my gosh. Oh, this is so not fun. So, this happened tonight. I have finished the garden door. Oh, that is so exciting. And now, what I always do is, wait, there it is, move to the stack, and do the finished. So, there we go, one less item now on my list, and that's another free 2022 whip done. Oh my gosh, that is just unbelievably exciting. Also, I wrote here the 5 projects from the pre-22 that I would like to finish, so here we go. That can now be taken down and go to the little bin. That is my little thread bin on the desk. Wow, that feels really good. I am very happy. Now I get to also take it off the list. My whip list. Let me grab my pen. There it is. Oops. Holding my finger there. Here we go. Garden door. Wow. Let's do it all the way there. That is just very, very exciting. But so many projects still waiting there. Oh my god, I was going to pick something else to work on, like the rooster that I've been working on for the Uno challenge, because I'd love to get that finished. But now I'm looking at this list and I'm like, should I be working on one of these? But I think that tonight, since I've had a big finish, I can work on whatever I want. Then again, that applies to every night and every day stitching, but tonight even more so. I am really chuffed about that. Okay, and it is now 9:30 on Saturday. I am really surprised I finished it tonight because those lazy daisies were really, really tough. So I am thrilled. I'm gonna iron the project tomorrow and then film and show it to you all, and probably post on Instagram and in the Dimensions group in Facebook. Oh, it's so exciting. I'm so happy. Hello, hello, hello. Now it's the next morning, Sunday the 22nd, 10:20 a.m. We've just been for a morning drive to the city and back. Got myself a cardamom chai and a pastry. It's a nice little treat. And also, like, really wanted to get out this morning because I'm gonna try and stay awake all day today. I did that yesterday, and yeah, keen to work on my sleep, so try and get it back to more normal. But of course, as promised, I have something special to show you. Here it is. My Dimensions garden door. It is now fully finished. Absolutely everything has been stitched. All the cross stitches, all the half stitches, so many of them, and with so many strands. All the back stitching, all the lazy daisies that were absolute pain. Just everything has been done. Oh, it looks just so pretty. Like, I mean, I've been admiring it here at the desk and when I was just ironing it a little bit. But then you look at it on the screen of the phone there and it's like, wow, that looks great. So you see somehow different. I suppose it's a bit like when you're looking at a height closer by and or distance, it just looks a that bit different. So like seeing all the shadows, and even this area here looks much more exciting when looking from a bit of a distance. Wow. And I suppose when you're working on it, you know, you look at it so close that let's show a bit closer. It's the kitty cat and the million lazy daisies. So it felt like a million. Pretty roses to do the back stitching here for the tables and the chairs. I'm still surprised that like these bits actually were left unstitched. I mean, I love the window shade. Oh, that looks good. You know, the jungle up here looks so good now. Wow. Certainly was a lot of greens all over the place, that one. And even these dark areas, you know, if you remember, I did those first when I started filling this side, and it just felt like it just didn't look quite right because they seemed so overpowering. And it wasn't until I got the greenery done that those darks really balanced out. Like now, look at it and you don't even think about it. So it just really needed that there and finish it. Oh, it looks so pretty. I'm so excited that I finally have a bigger Dimensions kit done. My very first one. I finished a few. A few. I can't remember of the small ones. Well, I've definitely finished 2, but I wouldn't be able to even say which ones those were. I can't remember anything at the moment. But I haven't finished any of these bigger ones. I know this is not a Dimensions Gold, but it's still a bigger one though. Oh my god, it just looks absolutely amazing. Wow, it's like it's like it really looks so dimensional, like you would be able to walk in there and go behind that door. Wow, it looks so much better than I thought. Now I'm actually wanting to get it framed, but yeah, it's just not going to happen yet. But one day I will get it framed. Oh, I'm so excited to have it finished. And I wanted to show that this is Dimensions kit is from 2003. Was one of the original ones. Because I mean, this one has to be reprinted. It's still available. But this one definitely lots of leftover colors. Didn't get even close to running out of any color. I have tons left of the grey and purples here and everything. Just so many colors left. So they at least used to give lots of colors, because I've been curious about these bigger ones, because I've never had a problem with the smaller kits. Like, I haven't come close to running out of colors. But I know that many have said that with these bigger kits that they've run out and needed to contact the company for some extra floss, and so been wondering. But at least with this one, definitely no problem. But like that, it is an older kit, so I don't know if they were more generous at that time. And of course, what excites me is that now I can get rid of the extra threads, as well as the pattern, the cover picture, everything. I love tearing them into pieces. I love cutting the threads, or I just chuck them in the bin. I know that many of you just keep all the extra ones and use them for other things, but honestly, I never have the need for them, because I don't really stitch anything where I would then pick from my like leftover stash, and I have already too much stuff lying around, so happy to get rid of it. If I have Dimensions ones that are like on the cards, sometimes I keep those because they can be used then for other more current Dimensions kits, just in case if run out. But these old ones, yeah, no. Sometimes I do wonder, like, just keep the white, but I got a lot of white. I don't need it that much. So I don't know, sometimes it's like, for some reason, it's the cover picture that I'm often the most hesitant to get rid of, but I just don't need it anymore then. I think you just carry it with you for quite a while, and while working on the project, and keep looking at it every now and then for, you know, is it looking right? Just to verify that you are still doing a good job. And I don't know, somehow it makes me feel a bit sad getting rid of it. But that's just how it is. And the patterns, yeah, time to get rid of them. So I pretty much stuck to the stitching instructions, except that there were a couple of colors that were asked to be done with 6 strands, and I think I did those with 5. There was a purple, light dusty purple, that instead of 4 strands I used 3. Yeah, I've decided moving forward, the number of strands that I'm going to use will depend just so much on the fabric, because I know I've said it so many times, but the fabric that came with this kit was such good quality, Ada, that it easily could have taken like the 6 strands and whatnot, just with the decent needle that would make the hole a bit bigger there. But the new fabrics, the scratchier fabrics, and even like some of the fabrics, like the grey coloured one, I mean, that's sort of nice and soft, but it's much thinner than this fabric that came with this kit. So using so many strands, I find it much more problematic. So I'm just going to decide whenever I'm working on the kits what is the appropriate number. And yeah, just go by it then. But yeah, this feels like a big achievement because I've been wanting for ages to finish one of these. And pattern gone. Cover picture gone. That's it. And I've already even put the project back already away for next use, and I absolutely love it when I get to just get rid of all the things. That is a good feeling. Very exciting. So now I need to try and figure out what I want to stitch next, because I really would like to get Parisian bicycle finished this year. So that would be my second dimensions finish in a year, which would be like amazing. But as I'm going to be working on it on Tour de France challenge next month, I don't really want to touch it now because I want it to feel sort of fresh and exciting when the challenge starts. Because the challenge is already can feel difficult enough. So I want there to be like the excitement to get stuck into something that hasn't been worked on for a bit. So I know that plan works the best for me. It's just like I'm kind of just wanting to work on something dimensions like for the rest of the month. But it's not like I don't have other things that need to be worked on. I wish that the WIPGO goals would be posted already, but it's still a few more days. It's just, I love it when the WIPGO gets called, because then that kind of solidifies what my stitchy plans are for the coming month. But far out, I'm excited about. I finished this one. It felt like it was a million miles away at the start of the year. And then all of a sudden it's like all of a sudden I got the right side done. Well, I got the right side done. Then it took a while, like I think it might even been a few weeks when I didn't work on it at all because this side was just empty. And then I started filling the bottom, then went to the top, and then just went crazy with the half stitches, and then it just got a lot easier from there. Oh, it looks so good. I'm so chuffed. Okay. Well, I better start figuring out what I'm going to stitch next. This morning I grabbed that Start from the Bird book and did some more stitches because I didn't want to put it away just with that little bit because it's so hard to continue from there. My biggest struggle with this one is the pattern. I find it quite difficult to read because many of these symbol colors are very close to the blue background of the pattern, and I would just like it to be a lot easier because I can feel it that it slows me down, but it is what it is. It's not a massive pattern, so should be fine. I think that the patterns that are not on the blue background will probably be easier from that book. But yeah, it's looking nice so far though. I just wanted to do a few more stitches on it so I can put it away, because I need to use that frame for the white cat, so I can start finishing that one, because I really want that one finished. Oh my god, I want to stay on the finishing frenzy lane. Keep going fast. So I am thinking I might work on this one. You okay?
Sorry.
I'm still filming. So Mr. Acid Bird dropped something there. So I'm gonna stitch the Dimensions Garden Gate for a little bit. This is a kit that is almost completely done with half stitches, and I've been doing pretty well with half stitches, like when I was working on the garden door, so I figured why not get this out and work on it a bit. My main struggle, I think, with this one is where to, like, in what order to stitch this. I don't know why it feels so difficult. Okay, well, I do know a little bit. Okay, let's look, because this is what I've done so far. Yeah, all over the place. So I think I was picking colors that had the least amount of stitches, and then ended up doing something that had like more, so that more anchor points. But I really struggle, because I did start like stitching then from the very corner, and I don't quite know where to go at the moment. So one problem for me is that the fabric is quite big. This is 14 count fabric. It's really big, so I can't have the whole thing showing on the Q-snap at once. If I start stitching from the corner, the fabric ends up being sort of big, like high on the Q-snap, and my arm starts aching after a while. And I hate it when I can't just keep working on the same color like all over the place. Maybe I just need to do like concentrate on the 10 by 10 squares and just pick the colors that way. See if it'll work, because I remember that every time I pick this one up, I've struggled with the same thing. Not quite sure where to go and what part to stitch. I wonder if I was doing the top one like that, I started doing the colors this way. But now I'm thinking just do the squares. That might be just a bit easier for this particular one. Why does it always have to be so difficult? I mean, it's the same stitching every time, but it just feels like it's always just difficult. But then again, each project has its own problems, and okay, I'll let you go, and I'm gonna try and figure this out, because I really would like to make some progress on this one, get it to a bit better spot. Right, I'm gonna try the 10 by 10 picking colors like that, and if that doesn't work, I'll try something else. That sounds good. Right, here we go, Monday, early afternoon. And I'm gonna put this away. Not that much progress made. I think I did, wait, 160, that's 320 something half stitches. No, 230. No, 330. So at least that's some progress. I'm gonna be happy with that. I got like a couple of those 10 by 10 squares done. Well, a few actually. So did some half stitches with not so fun number of strands, and then did like 4 strand blends here, and yeah, I really struggled to get into this, which is a shame because I'd love to work on it. I feel like after I went half stitch crazy on the garden door, I felt like I could do this, but I don't know what it is. Just doesn't feel quite right yet. So at least I did something. I'm gonna put it away now and then think about what to cook next. What to stitch next. I'm cooking at the moment, so that's in my mind. So my lovely husband is helping me to stay awake. I'm doing all right, even though tired. But I'm okay because I'm still staying awake. So I've just cooked dinner, so that'll be ready for later today. And now we're going to go out for a drive. That means stitching in the wild. I have just found my capybara bag, which I thought would be an excellent bag for stitching in the wild. But as you remember, I finished the pennies zinnias, showed that in my last video. So what is in the bag? Oh gosh. Well, I have taken out a surprise entry for the stitching in the wild. Not sure how that'll work for me, but I want to give it a go at least. Actually, it might only be stitch in the wild today. Then I might just work on it indoors. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. It is Mr. Fox. Yes. You know what? I would really love to finish this. But it's at like 60 something percent, maybe 65%. And it has, I think, 4,500 stitches left, maybe. I can't remember. I just looked and I can't remember. So I was first thinking, if I go crazy stitching this, could I finish it this month? I have 7 days left. But I counted, I think that it's like 630 stitches a day, and this is quite difficult for me. I don't think I could do that many stitches every day, so that's not going to happen. But I was thinking that even if I added 200 stitches or 300 stitches a day till the end of the month, that wouldn't be bad. Would be a nice addition there, whatever I can get done. So as we're going out for a drive, I figured I'll just grab this and at least start looking at what color I want to stitch first, because I think I will be doing color completing. Who knows? Who knows? But let's see how it goes. Okay, time to get driving. So, Sweeping Plains is back again tonight. Still not my favorite thing to work on, but for some reason 100 stitches gets done pretty quickly in this one. I don't know what the secret is. Tonight I was just working down here, was adding this lighter color here, and then went and filled in something else here, and then all of a sudden 100 stitches were done. It's amazing. It's like it's so slowly moving. So slow. But it's been, this challenge has been good for this one though. You know, any progress is great. Still happy about, you know, having some full coverage there. I think I'm next looking forward to backstitching this sunflower and the rest of this fence post. And I ended up not stitching in the car after all, so I'm gonna get Mr. Fox out now and work on him a little bit. Okay, the hooded stitcher is back again. So what is it? Tuesday, June 24th, 8 o'clock. I'm so tired. Oh, just unreal how tired I am. But it's another day when I haven't napped. Is it day 4? Maybe? I lose track, like, because I'm so tired that I don't know, I just keep losing track of the days, what I've done in what day, and stitching is a little bit difficult too, but I got my finish, so it's like what I do for the rest of the month feels like it doesn't even really matter, because I've already achieved a pretty big goal for the month. So tonight, yep, sitting here again, all wrapped up with the hood on, and I think having the hood on is also a little bit comforting when I can't go to bed or go in my green chair and have a kip. So at least having it on is great. And guess what was the Uno called today? It was Uno. I had to work on all 4 whips. I couldn't believe it. I thought, oh no. No, I was so hoping that for the rest of the month it'll be just like a number call, so that I only had to do the 100 stitches. But I bet it'll be totally opposite. It'll be like 200 every day, or Uno, or 400. Oh my god. But I've been just sitting here, slowly getting the stitches done, and I did manage to work on all 4. I actually did them in the opposite order, started with number 4. So this guy. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh, it looks fabulous. So I did some of the backstitching. There isn't like too much. Oh, there would have been some white, so I just did like the darker one. And some of the eye and some of the beak. And then stitched some of this darker red here, filled up some of that. Wow, the colors are looking fabulous here. I do love it that every now and then I show the whips on the camera this way, because they look a bit different than when I show them on the desk. Oh, very cool. Very, very cool, this guy. Oh, I'm liking him a lot. I've been hoping that all the rest of the Uno calls would be number 4s, so that I could just work on this one. Make as much progress as I can. Oh, yeah. Wow. Then, of course, sweeping planes. Honestly, I don't think there's ever much difference to be seen unless you're looking at the previous day's picture. I'm trying to think, like, what color did I actually stitch, but I can't remember. That's how tired. It was anyway something along that post line there. Something there. I vaguely remember there being some sort of nicer green at some point. Yeah. It's going well. Then whip number 2. I am oddly not dreading this when this one comes up. I think because 100 stitches, I can do that. This time I only worked on the blue background. I figured that would be the easiest bit today, and it needs to get done, and it's not that fun. So 100 stitches on that. Why not? Then the last one, was Mr. Possum. Worked a little bit more on the tail, so every day there's a little bit more. Definitely added this darker grey here, and then a little bit of lighter color there or something. Doesn't really matter that much. I would so love to get this finished. But I think there's still like 6,000 stitches or something like that. Oh, a lot of stitches. I also also added like 130 stitches to this, but it's another whip that you just can't see the difference until there's like a fair bit added. But I still like to show it every now and then because God, it looks so good on camera. He said he wants me to show him properly, so my goodness, look at that. That looks amazing. That is a really beautifully made pattern. Quite the pain in the backside to stitch though, because all the stitches, all the colors are just like all over the place. But this one, they somehow need to be so that it looks right. Hey Daisy. Daisy's been napping all day as well. We put another quilt like over the chair for her, so she's been in her tent all day long, and I'm not surprised because the wind is howling outside. It is going to be very cold again at night. And a cold day tomorrow. I think it was like top of 10 degrees or something like that. Hey, now that I remember, because it comes every now and then, and Possum. Because I know some people say opossum. So the difference is the Australian ones are possums. The American ones, the mean looking ones, they are opossums. There you go. Right. So the sleep plan. I slept so badly last night. Again, I fell asleep nice and easy again. Not surprising because I'm so tired when I go to bed. But I wake up between 2 and 3. And I'm already sorry if I keep repeating these things because I can't remember what I've already filmed. So yeah, and really struggle to fall asleep then. I think the thoughts take over. Anxiety takes over. Like, I just started worrying about the current situation and everything at night, and that was it. It was like just no sleep through. I tried the green chair, I tried going back to bed, and it was like nothing. Did manage to get then a couple more hours of sleep, which was good, but it's been a rough day though. I went to see my lovely psychologist this morning, so talked with her about sleep, and she sort of suggested a few different options. First one would be medicine, like sleep pills. What she suggested would be like just like 3 days. Not more than that, so that just to get the sleep rhythm to a better, like I could get more continuous sleep a few days in a row, like that would be it. But I'm not keen at all for medicine. I don't want to take sleeping pills. I would take them if the situation was like really dire, like I would be getting like 2 hours of sleep. Yeah, I'd try it then. But at the moment, no. No, since there are other options as well. So another thing that she suggested was that for a few days, or a week. From a few days to a week. I go to sleep at 12, like midnight, and put my alarm on for 5 a.m. because then I would be properly tired, even more so than now, when I go to bed at midnight, and I would have a better chance of getting a longer block of sleep that way. It totally makes sense to me because I mean I have done that before. And then when I wake up, even if it's 5 o'clock, I will feel like I've slept more than if I go to bed at 10 and wake up at, I don't know, 2:30, which will be almost like the same length of time. But there's a difference, because if you get up at 5, it's like I would be then ready to start the day. I must say that the thought of though getting up at 5 when it's freezing cold outside and probably in the house as well, it's not really tempting, is it? But I know that it will be good for me. And then she said that when it gets to daylight in the morning, I should go out and just look in the sky so that I start getting the is it circadian clock back to normal? Because no, it's what's up, buddy? What's going on? What's going on? Huh? You done, my little Daisy? You've had such good naps today, haven't you? Yeah. Oh, there you go. Needed a bit of attention. Anyway, she said like for some people, a couple of days might be enough doing the total 5, but I have a feeling that for me, I would need to go like do a week because my sleep has been off for quite a while. So I feel like that would be a good thing to try and then see from there. I don't know. Anyway, what I was going to say is that once you've done a few days of that then you start bringing the sleep like earlier, like half an hour increments or something, you know, you do 11:30 and then 11 and whatever you want the sleep time to be. And I suppose the same as the other end, however it would best work out. So nice anyway. There's different kinds of options to what to try and make it better. I think maybe I need to also see some more of that daylight because I'm always stuck here in my stitchy area, and of course like the window is like somewhere behind there, behind the bookshelf. So and being more active, as in doing a little bit of walking and whatnot, would of course be really good. I mean, for more reasons than just to sleep. So interesting stuff anyway. Always nice to talk with her and see what her suggestions are for things, because she certainly understands sort of how my head works. I'm gonna give it a go, you know. I must say I'm finding it miraculous that I've stayed awake today. Because when I got home sort of midday, because we went for a drive after the session, I was absolutely exhausted. I was ready to go to bed. I'm very grateful to Mr. Ice Birds for keeping me awake. Just encouraging me to just keep going, because I was ready to just go to sleep. So and what else? I showed that I was going to start cooking from this book, didn't I? This $10 meals. Like it has a it has like a meal plan, like a weekly meal plan. But I'm just cooking it so that I cook the recipe, then we eat it. Probably we'll eat it like, 2 days in a row unless there's a lot of food, and then might even eat 3 days in a row because we're not that bothered. Or freeze the extras, whatnot. So, and then cook the next one, so we're not gonna follow it exactly like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. But I'm really excited actually about cooking again, because this month I totally lost track of everything. I feel like June has been actually the most difficult month for me this year. I mean, who would have thought, because the whole year has been difficult so far, but this month has been like extra hard. Yeah. Yeah, definitely lost track of like eating well as well, and because I've done better with eating this year otherwise. So, but anyway, yesterday I cooked the first meal from this, which was beef chili and cornbread muffins. It was delicious, and I ate that for dinner again today. And there's plenty left because Paul is a bit ill, so he wasn't feeling like eating. So I think I'll just freeze the rest tomorrow. And the nice thing was that some of the chili was also then put aside and frozen for other meals that are coming up. So that'll be great. So make cooking a lot easier. So yeah, I don't need to cook tomorrow, but the next thing to cook will be a rainbow minestrone soup. So that'll be quite nice as well, with some garlic bread. That'll be lovely. But yeah, it's a really nice book. She's got another book as well, so I've got that too. So I'm gonna get through that one and maybe then cook from the other one. Anything else? Got a package from my mum yesterday. That was awesome. Made me very happy. She made me a hoodie. I'll be wearing that soon. This one is always here, so wearing one of my mum's t-shirts though. It's so cute. I like that bear. What a bear is. Very cute. Okay. Yeah, I really do fear that I'm just saying everything twice. But if that happens, just ignore me and just keep stitching. And I hope you won't be like, did the video go back or listening to the same nonsense again? Oh dear. Oh, Daisy needs some more attention. So, and I need a drink because it's 8:20. If I'm staying up till midnight, that's quite a bit. Well, maybe I'll work some more on Mr. Fox. Let's do it. Thank you for the chat. Hey, look at what else I did while trying to stay awake. I rewrote my whip list. Yeah! Oh, very happy about this one because the last one was very unwieldy. Looking all wild and all over the place. So now it's nice and neat. So current number whips 91. One came off the list. It was the Winter Hair by Carol Thornton because I want to restart that. I just wasn't happy starting it on 14 count. I want to do it on 16, so. But yeah, so much stitching to do to get all these to 50. Like, that's 50. This is 50. Oh my gosh. That's a lot of whips to finish to condense the list that far. But hey, I've got time. I'm just gonna try and get some stitching done. Now, all of a sudden, I feel like putting a fox away. Because I want to make a fair bit of progress on something. And Mr. Fox is a bit slow. So maybe work on that again some other time. But still, I managed to put a couple 100 stitches to it all. Can't remember what I did yesterday, how much I did yesterday, but I'm pretty happy about that. So I'm gonna pick one of these and get stitching. As I'm trying to stay awake today, I have been filling the cat because I so want this one finished. So cat is indeed now done. I still don't know why some of the whites look different than the others. But I reckon it really must be that. I just dropped the white that I was first using into a cup of tea and washed it, and it flopped up. Like this all I can think of. But it's so nice that I don't have to stitch that white anymore. Oh my gosh. So now I just have the rest of the plants, the leaves and the flowers left. I'm so grateful that I already have some of it done. That's what I still have. So I've done this one. I've done this start of it, like up till here. And I've done these dots. And here, I think there. So there's still a fair bit to do, but slowly, I'll get them done. I'll just have to decide, I think, what part to do first. At the moment, I'm kind of just thinking about just getting this side done. And then I was thinking of doing that. And then both sides start coming down from there. But I think now it's dinner time. Some more beef chili and corn muffins. It is so cold here today. What day is it? Thursday morning, 26th, 9 a.m. I forgot to film my Uno challenge yesterday, so it was whip 2, and I just kept working on more of the blue. Really just can't be bothered thinking about the rest of it now. Even though if it gets cold again, I will have to do some of this yellow here, because then there's nothing else but the blue in this part of the pattern. The blue and then the back stitching. So I could do that. I slept for 5.5 hours maybe last night. But gosh, so bad dreams all night. So that sucked. But I did at least stay in bed for the whole 6 hours. I'm really chuffed about that. But gosh, there's a lot of day to fill when you don't nap. That is actually difficult. Let me put that away. But I'll just show a little peek, because I just moved the fabric this morning, because I have been working on the bits on the left side. So I've made it all the way up here. So now I'm adding a few more leaves up here. Oh my goodness. Yeah, a few more leaves up here. And then I'll be moving up here for some leaf and a flower. And then the left side is completely done. Pretty excited about that. I'm just binge watching a TV show. It's called Couples Therapy. I love watching that show. It's like it's real therapy sessions, like real people and actual things. And oh my gosh, it's always so interesting. I love watching every season of it. So it was nice because I noticed there was a new season that I haven't seen, and it was like, oh, I get to watch. So that's been good. So I'm gonna keep watching that, drink tea to keep warm, and continue stitching some of these leaves. Oh gosh, wouldn't I want another finish? Yes. Who wouldn't? Hello from Laura's very cold desk tonight. It feels so cold. I don't know where it feels like there's like a tiny bit of breeze going around. I'm like, where does it come from? Because I do not know. But look at this. I've got a new hoodie. This is the one my mum made. Very bright colored. And in the hood it has the fabric that I have a t-shirt of. So that's pretty cool. And the inside of the fabric is a little bit sort of fleecy, so it's nice and warm and so nice to have one made by my mum. I love it. I love it. It'll get used a lot. And today I was at a stitchy get together in IKEA again. So that was nice. It was in the morning. I was so nervous of going, which is, oh my God, it is so silly because I've seen these girls so many times, but socializing is still terrifying. Like it just doesn't seem to get any easier. Or so it feels. Maybe it has gotten easier, but as it gets easier, you forget maybe how difficult it used to be. I don't know. But it's still difficult. But yeah, we were there. I did barely any stitching. Definitely did more chatting, but I think that's what I needed today. But it was nice to get out of the house and go there. I'm again still staying awake. Stayed awake yesterday and I slept from like pretty much from 12 to 5, which is the plan. But then it's funny. As soon as I wake up at 5, I start stressing about the day ahead, that there's so much of the day. And it's like, how will I manage to stay awake for that long? But even that will not change though, unless I keep doing it and prove to myself that I can do it. But every now and then, like during the day, you know, like yesterday, I was sitting here at my desk. I sat up at one point like this and closed my eyes. I nodded off. I was that tired. I don't think I stayed asleep for more than like a few minutes, I reckon, but wow. I'm tired. So I can't even remember. Did I show my Uno challenge yesterday? I was going to check, but every time I pick up the phone, when I think, okay, yeah, I need to check that, pick up the phone, and then I'm like, why did I pick up the phone? Like, it really is funny how thoughts are just not working well while being like too tired. It's absolutely amazing. So anyway, yesterday's call was the week 4, which was the chicken. And so today, the call was wild card. So got to pick whichever one of the 4 whips I want to work on and add 200 stitches. I pick the rooster. Well, chicken rooster. I keep calling it many names. You know what I mean. It's only, okay, Sweden plain has chickens, but you know what I mean. So added another 200 stitches to this. Pretty much in this area, especially sort of round there. My goodness, it's so gorgeous. The colors are amazing. Absolutely amazing. I also filled a couple of sort of stitches that were still up there. Oh my goodness, it looks so good. This one is now a little bit over 40% done. So really not much left. Am I really saying 40% done? Oh, really not much left to do? Yeah, okay. My brain is even more lost. Are you okay, Daisy? Daisy? Are you okay? What's going on? Was the sleepy spot not good? She's very picky sometimes with her sleepy spots. I just created one on the couch for her, and I think she went to check it out and it wasn't up to standard. I guess it's not good enough if Daddy didn't make it. Even though she's my cat. But sleepy spots seem to be like Paul needs to make those. Cats are very difficult to understand. I'm sure all you with a cat in the house will understand. Anyway, I am very happy that this has gotten so much progress. Finally. It's just a bit slow one to stitch because there are an awful lot of color changes. And I suppose when the concentration is what it is, like now, yeah. Oh, now I can't remember. Did I show the progress on the cat? Well, I'll show what I've done now and I'll think about the rest later. I think I'll pull this through here because I feel I've finished that side last night and now I have started working on the very top part, which will then go around here and will be then finished. I'm hoping to get this finished before it's time to make this video, so we'll see. It was quite funny actually, us sitting there at IKEA. There were 7 of us this time. And our lovely leader Jackie, she is about to finish a very big project that she's worked on for ages, which is the Harry Potter, it's a Clouds Factory pattern with the characters and whatnot. I know nothing about Harry Potter, so can't give you any details, but it has been an enormous project and she is about to finish it, maybe this weekend. So that is very exciting. And it's funny that like a few of us might finish projects this weekend as well. So we can join her in her finishing party, which would be really fun. So I'm going to try to steadily work on this one. See if I can get it finished before the end of the month, because that would be amazing. There will be 2 more finishes for this month and I've already had 3. Certainly didn't expect June to be such a good month. Yeah, I'm definitely not complaining. Okay, well, I'm going to continue stitching and put on yet another some sort of crime video on YouTube because there are a lot. I'm still not quite ready to watch Flosstube for some reason. I watch a little bit here and there. I'm not sure what it is at the moment, but maybe when things finally settle down sort of at home and life feels less stressful, I think somehow then it'll be time to get back to watching more Flosstube. Yeah, that feels about right. But I'm sure we'll still talk before I make this video, so you keep stitching, I'll get back to stitching, and we'll catch up soon. Today was a bit of a baking day for a change. Haven't been baking all week, I think. So, a batch of chocolate chip cookies, a batch of the lime cookies. Didn't take one. They're mainly for Paul to eat. And I made Mary Berry's lemon, what is it called? Lemon drizzle tray bake. I love it because it has a really like a crunchy, lemony, sugary topping, which will be lovely. So I'm just about to have my first go at it. I think it's going to be delicious. Then it's back to stitching again. Hi again. Today's Sunday. Last Sunday of what's it called, June? Oops. Just some dust there that I just wanted to just right now just to take down. So anyway, so the last Sunday of June, and as you saw, I did a bit of baking today, 3 things. I'm a little bit crazy like that sometimes. Like I don't do something for a bit or something, or all of a sudden I'm like, yeah, let's do 3 things, and then I'm exhausted afterwards. I don't know. Sometimes it's like, if I can make the effort to get myself to the kitchen, I might as well do a few things while I'm there. Yeah, today has felt just difficult. I've been so tired. This sleep thing is so hard. It really is so hard. Then I've got a bellyache and I'm worried. I worry. One of those days. But then I have a finish. Oh, why is that light? It's really not friendly to showing this like that. Maybe I'll show it again then on the desk. But I got it finished. Like, I don't know, 10 minutes ago. The leaves here were the last thing to do. Oh my gosh, those have not been happiness to do. I know you would think that I would enjoy them because they look backstitchy, but they are not. I mean, I suppose they are backstitchy, but they're not happiness. Because all those lines and whatnot, according to the pattern, they're actually done with like embroidery techniques. I did not want to do that. So I've kind of done them more sort of backstitchy style. But the shapes, like the leaf shapes, they're not designed to go nicely, like from... They've just been drawn on the grid. Not designed so that you have specific spots to stitch. So the shapes end up being quite ugly when I've tried to do them. But I think it's just part of this one. They are what they are, and I've tried to accept them just as that. And as the end result, you know, they don't look bad. Like when you look at the whole thing, I think it looks just fine. I mean, you don't even think about really those shapes. They're just like, what do you call them? Organic shapes. But yeah, I am so happy it is finished. My goodness. At the beginning of the year, I still thought this would never get finished. And especially since I had 2 of these kits, because I had the one with the black cat. And then I managed to finish that in February. And I mean, if you haven't been here before, I really struggle with block stitching. Like I just struggle with it so much. It's so unbelievably boring. I just can't deal with it. So these ones, like just filling these cats, has been so difficult. Like so unbelievably difficult. So when in February I managed to get the black one done, I was just so unbelievably thrilled. And I guess it gave me a little bit of confidence and hope that if I can finish one, maybe I can also finish some of the other whips that I have. that have sort of block stitchy areas. Then I finished the RTO kit with the girl with the backstitched hair, because she had like a collar that was just like, oh no, the collar was backstitched, and then it was like the shirt itself, the top of that was like just black block stitching. And that was another thing I thought I'd never get done. And then I got that done, which was great. Then this month I finished that other cat one, the cat on the bed, that had a lot of block stitching. And another one I didn't think I would ever get finished. And now this one. Oh my gosh, like this year has been really quite weird with stitching in that way. I've been knocking out these whips that have been very difficult for me. It feels very exciting though, very exciting. And of course, I mean, Gondor was difficult as well, but in a different way though. So I was very excited to cross this one off my freshly written whip list. It was the first one I got to cross off. Yeah. Very happy about that. So I'm going to turn the camera, show it to you on the desk so I can just show it a bit better, because the light really wasn't so great. So let's have a look. And of course, I get to take off another one of the 5 that I really wanted to finish. So let's put that in my... Oh, I can't believe that I'm filming it and it didn't go in. There we go. Managed to catch some cat hair at the same time. So, Dreaming Girl, Parisian Bicycle and Floral Lamb are in the ones I'm hoping to finish this year from the pre-22 whips that I have still left. I still have like 21. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. Oh, the cat and all that white that there was to stitch. Gosh, it was a lot. And lots of these orange leaves, and it's got dark green whiskers. And some blend for the cheeks and the ear. Yeah, so you can see all these leafy bits there, just a little bit weird the shape. These flowers are, I think, very interesting. Just a interesting combination of colors. It makes then all the other more graphic bits look more balanced, I think. So this sort of was the area that I finished last. I finished these leaves last night, and today I had to finish a couple of leaves here, and then this area here. So there wasn't too much left to do today. There you go, there's the whole thing. So one day I would like this to be a pillow, but who knows? Who knows when I'll do that? I'll do it when I learn to sew first. Use the sewing machine. Gosh. Oh, the face is just so lovely. So lovely and sleepy, and the cat looks just so happy. Well, there we go. Now it's like, what to work on next? I still need to do today's Uno challenge. Oh, that reminds me. Let's have a look at, because I forgot to film my Uno challenge yesterday. So yesterday's Uno challenge was Uno. No, that was my reaction. No, I didn't want to work on all of them and to do the 100 stitches on each one, because I was wanting to work on the cat one, but what can you do? So here is Mr. Psome at the moment. I worked on some more of this half stitchy area here, and then some of this grey. Who knows which part I worked on? Just some of the quite a few greys that are in there. Let me grab this. Grab the sweeping planes while I'm at it. This one got. I worked on this dark green. That was pretty much it. Doesn't look like it's 100 stitches, does it? But it was. Yeah. It has grown quite a bit. Even with such little bits. And the rooster. This area here is even more solid now. Fantastic. Gosh, it looks so good. So good. I wish this was a bit quicker to stitch because I want it finished. But it gets finished when it gets finished. And then, of course, I worked on this one again. And yes, I worked on more of the blue area, and I did fill this yellow here. So now what remains of this page of the pattern is finish more of the blue and do backstitching. So this is actually today's Uno call, so I'll be adding 100 stitches to this. I am tempted to reward myself with some backstitching now that I even got a finish today. So who knows, maybe some of these leaves will get backstitched, or I'll just keep on going with the blue because I know it needs to get done. And I'm so happy I've been working on that. The 100 each time when this has been called has been like enough. The nice thing is that some of these blue stitches here are half stitches and some are full crosses. So there's been at least a little bit of interest, you know, something changing. But yeah, I think that backstitching might be calling my name now. Actually, yeah, will be fun to show it. Because it'll definitely look a bit different. Because now every time I show it, it's like what have you worked on? Because it's the blue background in me. Can't see really much of it. So I think that's what I'm going to do next. And by the way, the cake was great. As was the cookie. Okay, I'll get to it. Okay, I think it's now morning 6:45 a.m. Monday the 30th of June. It's the last day of June, isn't it? I think it is. And what a good stitching month it has been. Like, it's funny, like anxiety-wise, it's been a terrible month. I've been worrying like crazy. But stitching, it's been pretty good. Who would have thought I would have 5 finishes in June? I certainly didn't think that. Gosh, my face is just looking all weird. Funny enough, you know, like, I turned the camera this way to start filming and my hair was standing up. It was just weird. Yeah, maybe should sometimes like come to sit here via the hairbrush, you know. But I have a hood. That's what I put on. And I look all cool now, yeah? No, I don't. But still. Anyway. So, after a good stitchy month, it is time to talk about July stitchy plans. It's exciting. Stitchy plans are exciting. First of all, we go. Why do I feel like it doesn't matter what gets called for with Go, I'm not happy? It's because I have to work on my difficult whips, that's why. So, again, my whip goals for July have the goal of 1,000 stitches. So I mean, it's not like it's impossible. It's more just to find the enthusiasm to. Oh, yeah, I could have filmed later, but I don't want to. I just want to do it now. Yeah, I just need to find the enthusiasm, get myself to just get into it, get it done. But what got called first for WIPGO? Yes, it's back again. I can't believe it. I already sent it on a holiday for a couple of months, you know, not to be brought out, but I forgot that it was still on my WIPGO list because I mean I did WIPGO on this last month because I had a project that had been UFO'd, so I just then took this one to work on instead, so I don't have to work on it again. But that's okay. It needs to progress, so no idea yet whereabouts I'll be stitching. I don't know. I think once the Uno challenge is finished today. No, actually this... Wait. Yeah. That'll be finished today. That's right. So once that's finished and I can then take some of the Q snaps, then I'll put this one on there instead. Now I'm like, will I take them off the Qs? I don't know. So anyway, that's where we're starting. Oh, we'll definitely not have to work on the water because that is done. Now I'm kind of wondering whether to just continue from here. I also have this little bit here that was started, so I guess I'll see what I have, because the pattern I have just as like screenshots on my iPad, so I think I'll go like depending on what is on the screenshot that I happen to have there. Oh, then the second we go for July. The damn sweeping plane. Of course it is. Oh, but it looks good though. But 1,000 stitches to be added to that. I think I am going to move the fabric this way so that there's some more space now to stitch. And if I want to go like any further, because all the colors are going like this way, so of course it doesn't quite work the way I like to stitch in columns, but I'll make it work. Yeah, it does look really nice. So that's what I'll have to do to this one. Go. So what else? Let me open the saga. So next, this Saturday is the 5th of July, which means Tour de France begins. Are you ready? Are you ready? I'm ready. I'm so ready. Like, I can't wait to get going. So it starts on Saturday the 5th with 185 stitches. It's definitely a bigger start than for the Giro d'Italia. Because 185, then on Sunday 212, then 178, 173, then finally we have a day of 33, so that's good. In a way I feel a little bit nervous though, but excited. So, of course, my whip for this challenge is the Parisian Bicycle by Dimensions. God, I've had this forever. I remember ordering this kit from Dimensions website when they had one, where you could order kits directly from them. I remember I only ordered from there once and ordered like, I don't know, maybe three kits. Yeah, one was like a lemon one. Then the other one was like another French one, but it came with 2 projects, but I then ended up not stitching them. I started it, but it didn't look great. So chucked it in the bin at some point. So let's have a look. Here is the start point. So this side is very close to being done. Need to do some more back stitching on the flows. And I think there's some stitching here and some to finish the flowers, but yeah, that side is all right. So I'm just gonna, when I'm working on this, I'm just gonna pick some areas just to start finishing them fully. So I think there's some text coming here. Just little by little. I'm a little bit nervous about the flower area because that is like the most like full on. So I don't know yet. I don't know yet how it's gonna go with this one. But I'm excited to get started. So this one is at 47.8% now. So Tour de France it'll add 3,320 stitches to that. I thought that it was going to cover half of what I have left, but it doesn't actually. Because I have 7,464 stitches left. So there'll still be over 4,000 left, but I do want this finished this year. I'm so excited about the possibility of finishing 2 Dimensions kits in a year. Like, that feels like a miracle. So I was thinking if I can manage it, because sometimes it's hard to get done even the necessary amount of daily stitches for the challenge, because some days aren't just not easy. But I was thinking, even if I managed to add 10 extra stitches a day, I could get like a little bit extra done. I'll think about it. I'm just going to concentrate on the daily number, and then if I fancy it, I'll do a little bit extra each day. And I had a look at my stitching history on this one. I was actually really surprised that, like, last year I worked on it on 9 days. It's not a lot. This year I worked on it on 4 days. Wow. So 13 days in the last year and a half. I really thought that I had been stitching more than that. Oh well, it'll get done. I'm really excited to get it on the Q-Snap and start working on it. I really would like to get started already, but yeah, I just want to keep the excitement for Saturday and then get going. So then other than that, like, do I have any other plans? I'm not going to do any challenges now in the challenge group, because the cycling challenge is already enough. And like what I'm going to stitch in addition to that, because I mean it doesn't take all day to do those daily stitches. I really would like to keep working on the Psome. I would so love to get it finished. I mean, it wasn't in the 5 I would like to, you know, surely get finished this year. But I would like to get it finished. And I know I want to finish the Dreaming Girl, the Barbara and Anna one. I really struggle to get into stitching that. So once Uno is over, I'm going to put that one on Q-Snap as well. See if I could stitch even a little bit of it here and there. Because, I mean, that still needs to be called for Whipco as well, so that'll be 1,000 whenever that happens. But that might not happen until December, who knows. So, I think that's all I have for July as far as stitching plans. When the cycling challenge is on, I mean, that's pretty much it when... Okay, that's it. That's all I've got. What are your plans for July? Are you hoping to finish something? Let me know. So, I did take Dreaming Girl out of the project bag, and this is what I have so far. Might as well check what my percentage is. Okay, where is it? Where are you? Oh, there it is. 47.7% is done. Because, like, that is how it'll look. And that is mine. So, just need to get stitching it. I find it just so difficult to even decide, like, what part to stitch next. Yes, I've done this area here. I've done most of the hair and the girl sort of the head. I don't know. I'm like, should I finish the hair or do the shoulders and like the top and then like move that way? It's always the deciding is like the hardest part. And I like to put it off, so that's why I don't get progress with some of these whips. But what I already have here, at least it looks great. I really like the color of this fabric. I thought it was such a good pick. It's the called for color. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is do what she's wearing, the top of her top or dress or whatever it is. I'm gonna stitch that and then see what's what. Okay, decision made. That's what I'm gonna do. Okay, welcome back. How was that? Did you get a lot of stitching done while watching and listening? Yeah, I had a lot of need for chat this time, and I just went to check Jackie's Instagram. She hasn't put her finished there yet because she did finish her Harry Potter. So Jackie, get that Harry Potter up there so that people can see. I also didn't show the last Uno challenge which I had to do 200 stitches on Mr. Possum. I had even put the possum away already, so I just had to quickly grab it. So this is how he ended up looking. So you can clearly see there's the top of the tail, because it goes like that. Then it has the leaves and the flowers. I think it is looking really good. But I do think that when I put it back on the Q-snap again, like when I next feel like working on it, I do think I'm gonna go here, start getting those leaves done. Because it can get a bit boring, this damn tail. So, but yeah, for now, it's gonna go back to its project bag, because July already has too many other things. If I have time and space for him, I'll get him back. I showed that I got the Dreaming Girl out. And I got a bit of stitching done. I think that looks great. I'm happy because, you know, I can find this a little bit boring stitching, so I was really happy to get that dark. I started adding sort of the golden yellow that goes around here, but didn't really get all the way around yet. But oh my gosh, it looks so good. Really, really looks good. So she is going to be out for any possible stitching. What else? I wanted to show you something else that my mum sent. Have a look at these. Aren't these the cutest mugs ever? I saw them online and immediately had to get in touch with my mum, you know, can you get me these? Because they are finished. They are Iittala design. And my brother managed to find those two for me, so I'm very excited that we have those now. I love them. I love them so much. Mine is the blue one. Paul gets to have the brown one. I mean, it goes with a cup of coffee, I think, that one. So, yeah, we really do like to use Finnish mugs and plates and stuff. Not all of them are Finnish ones, but quite a lot are. Because the Finnish design is we have some really nice ones. I think that's it for this month. I'm just so excited to get going with the Tour de France. I mean, Saturday is not far away anymore. Then get to start stitching the Parisian bicycle. I already have it on the Q-snap, so it's ready. And the next time when I'll see you, I'll be filming updates at least every now and then. Then again, I think many of you said that it's nice to see the daily updates on them, so just like with the Uno. Then, well, why not? So I will do that. Gosh, I feel like I have to get my head sorted for the filming now another month. But I'm happy that the Uno challenge is finished. It was a good month working on it, but I think after a month of anything, you're a bit tired. So I'm gonna say bye for now, and I will see you in a fortnight. And I wish everyone excellently happy stitching. Get a lot done. Let's get some more finishes. Bye for now.